Good night, everyone. So, tonight we're going to read Book 5, Chapter 30, on the killing of Nisumba. Hari Om, Vakratunna Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha, Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakaya Susharvada. Om Ekadantaya Vidmyam Vakratundaya Dimitunadante Prachodayat. Om Gam Ganapate Namam Gam Ganapate Namam Om Gam Ganapate Namam. Hari Om. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vidyarubinna Sanshruta Namastase 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 Namo Nama Om Hamsa Hamsaye Vidmihi Paramahamsaye Dimi Tanno Hamsa Prashodayat. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Hari Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat. Vyasa said, O King, thus making a firm resolve that they would be either victory or death, the great warrior Nisumba went to fight with the Devi. With great excitement and with all his forces, Shumba too, the lord of the Dechas, accompanied by his forces, went after Nisumba. Shumba knew full well the rules of warfare, therefore he remained a witness there. Indra and the other Devas and Yakshas all stationed themselves in the celestial space, eager to see that fight, covered with clouds. Nisumba came to the field and, taking the strong bow made of horns, began to shoot arrows after arrows at the Divine Mother, with the object of frightening her. Seeing Nisumba with his excellent bow shooting arrows, Chandika began to laugh frequently. With a soft, slow voice, she spoke to Kalika. O Kali, see their foolishness. They have come before me, courting death. They are so much deluded by my Maya that they yet expect victory when they have already witnessed the death of Raktabija and many Danavas. Hope is so very strong that it never quits a man. How wonderful is this that some of their armies are destroyed, some are wounded, some are rendered senseless, some made powerless, some have fled. Seeing all these, yet they have come to fight, as it were fastened by the cord of hope of victory. O Kali, today I will certainly slay Nisumba and Shumba. Their death is night, deluded by the Devi Maya. They have come to me. Therefore, in the face of all the Devas, I will kill them today. Vyasa said, O King. Thus saying, and suddenly drawing her bow, Chandi covered Nisumba in front, all over with a multitude of arrows. Nisumba too cut off those arrows into pieces by his sharp arrows. Thus the fight became more and more dreadful between them. At this time the lion of Bhagavati came down upon the forces, quivering his manes like a powerful elephant going down into a lake. By his nails and teeth he tore asunder the bodies of the Danavas that fell before him and devoured them, as if they were infatuated elephants. That lion thus crushing down the soldiers, Nisumba came forward hurriedly, drawing his excellent bow. Hundreds of other generals of the Danavas came up there to kill the Devi, biting their lips and with their eyes reddened with anger. In the meantime, Shumba killed Kalika and came very hurriedly there with his forces to capture the Divine Mother. Coming to the battlefield, Shumba saw that the Divine Mother was standing before him, though she was looking very beautiful, fit for love sentiment. Yet she was filled also with the sentiment of fiery wrath. At that time, the large eyes of Bhagavati, the beautiful in the three worlds, though naturally red, looked more red due to wrath. When Shumba saw her lovely features, the desire to marry her, and the hope of victory all vanished away from his mind, and he stood there with bow in his hand, firmly holding in his mind that he would die. Seeing the Danava in that state, she smiled and began to say, so that all the Danavas could hear, O wretched fools, if you all want to live, quit all your weapons here, go to the Patala or to the middle of the ocean, or be slain in the battle by my arrows and go to heavens and enjoy there without any fear all the enjoyments and sports there. Weakness and heroism both cannot be expected at one and the same time, and at the same individual. Therefore, I am ordering you to dispel your fears. Now go wherever you find your ease and happiness. Vyasa said, O king, hearing these words of the Devi, the haughty Nishumba ran forward, holding in his hand the sharpened axe and shield adorned with 8 chandras, embossed, and firstly struck with sword violently on the proud lion. Then, whirling with great force that sword, hurled it upon the Divine Mother. The Devi then thwarted off the blow of the sword by her club and struck at his arm by Parasu. The warrior Nishumba, thus struck at his arm, patiently bore that hurt and struck at Chandika by his axe. The Devi then made such a terrible noise of bells that all the deities were struck with terror. Then she, desiring to kill Nishumba, began to drink nectar frequently. O king, thus the terrible fight went on between the Devas and Danavas, both trying to defeat the other party. Then began to dance in the battlefield the cruel, vicious, voracious dogs, jackals, vultures, herons, crows, and other birds. Very much gladdened, the battlefield was drenched with blood, and the dead carcasses of innumerable Danavas, elephants, and horses. Nishumba then, seeing the Danavas dead on the field, became very angry and ran forward with his terrible club before the Devi. The proud Asura struck first at the head of the lion with that club and laughed again and again and struck the Devi with that same club. The Devi too got very angry, seeing Nishumba before her and striking at her. She thus spoke thus: O you stupid, wait till I sever your head from your body by this axe. Soon you will be sent unto death with your head severed off your body. Vyasa said, O king, thus saying, the Chandika Devi instantly cut off the head of Nishumba by her axe with great caution. The head thus severed from the body by the blow of the Devi, the headless demon began to roam there with great force, with club in his hand. The Devas then got very much frightened. The Devi then cut off the hands and feet of that headless demon with sharpened arrows. That vicious wretch fell down lifeless on the ground like a mountain. The powerful Daitya, Nishumba, being thus killed, a great uproar arose amidst his panic-stricken forces. The soldiers, covered all over their bodies with blood, left all their weapons in the field, began to make boomba sound, a piteous cry, with mouth and hands as sign of danger, and fled away to the king Shumba. He, the tormentor of the foes, then asked them, coming, Where is Nishumba now? Why have you fled away from the field? Thus, hearing the king's words, they bowed down and said, O king, your brother Nishumba is laying dead on the battlefield. O king, the Devi killed all the Danava warriors that attended your brother. Only we are left, and have come here to give you the information. O king, Nishumba has been killed by the weapons of the Devi, so we think you ought not to go to the battle. Know this as certain that the lady, the highest cause of this universe, has come here to destroy the Danavas, the object being to serve the cause of the gods. This lady is not an ordinary woman. She is the supreme force. Her doings are inconceivable. What more can be said than the fact that the Devas never can know her? This Devi can assume various forms. She is the origin of Maya. She is very clever. She is adorned with various ornaments and is holding various weapons in her hands. Her doings are incomprehensible. She is like a second night of dissolution. At the end of the world, she is perfect, endowed with all auspicious signs, capable to go beyond the insurmountable. This wonderful Devi is serving the cause of the gods and the Devas from the sky and singing hymns to her. O king, it is now your paramount duty to fly away and save your life. If you live, you may have the chance for gaining the victory when time will turn out favorable. There is no doubt in this. It is time that makes a strong man weak. It is And it is that very time that makes the weak man strong again and stimulates him for victory. Time makes a generous donor a beggar, and it is time that makes the same beggar again a generous donor. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesa, Indra, and other devas are all under the sway of this time. So time is the sovereign of all. Therefore, O king, wait for this time. Now, time is favorable to the gods and inimical to you. Therefore, time is destroying now the dangers, but the course of time is not the same throughout. O king, the actions of time are various. No doubt, time creates men and time destroys them. The time of creation is different from the time of destruction. This is evident to you before the eyes. See what time was favorable to you. Your subject Indra and all other devas are made them pay taxes to you, and now time is unfavorable to you. So an ordinary weak woman is killing the powerful Danavas. Time therefore is doing favorable things and also unfavorable things. The host of devas or the woman Kali is not the cause thereof. O king, the present time is not favorable to you and the dangers. Knowing this, do as you like. See, Indra, Vishnu, Varuna, Yama, and other prominent devas all fled before in the battle, quitting the weapons. So, knowing this world as subject to the control of time, you can now fly away and go quickly to the Patala. For if you live, you will get in future all the pleasures, and if you be killed, your enemies will be very glad and roam everywhere fearlessly, singing perpetuous songs. Here ends the 13th chapter, the 5th book on the killing of Nishumba in Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, the Maha Puranam of 18,000 verses by Maha Rishi Vedavyas. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapali Draga Kashamashi Padatri Swaha Swatha Namaste. Om Tumeva Mata Chapita Tumeva Banduscha Chasaka Tumeva Vidya Dravinam Tumeva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.